What's going on, everybody? This is Joey, aka Phantom Kraken, aka the Fat Fuck, the real Fat Fuck. I usually don't do videos. I really don't. I usually just do the podcast, and I'm very active on Twitter. This is the first time that I feel that Xbox actually has a real chance of knocking the show out of the park. There's so many things that they have that we haven't seen. There's so many things that are rumored. There's so many things that could happen. But in this, what I want to do in this video is just basically give my wish list, what I think I'm gonna see. We might play a little game. I have this magic 8-ball, right? So, which is a symbol of Mario. Which maybe we can make some predictions with this thing. Maybe this thing can hit or not. I don't know. That would be funny. Well, of course, Xbox has a whole bunch of things that, to me, it's obvious we're gonna see, like Avowed, like Forza Motorsport. Starfield is the other one that it's in the list that it's a must-see. I don't think we're gonna miss that one. You already have a lot of announcements for Game Pass. We already have Replicant, I think is the name of the game that we saw yesterday. We also saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge is coming to Game Pass day one, which is great. A lot of people are asking for, just because the 2022 seems to be in a dire state at the end, because Starfield has been delayed, because Redfall has been delayed too. So a lot of people are asking for a big third-party day and date release on Game Pass, which a lot of people also are saying that hopefully it's Gotham Knights. Other than that, those are like easy predictions. I mean, you've heard them all. You've seen all the videos, all those things. That I'm not. That's not the territory I want to go in with this video. My thing is what I want to see in the show. Some of them are going to be crazy things you might want to see, and this is a kind of a wish list of mine. So my wish list is, of course, Killer Instinct. I think Killer Instinct is one hell of an IP to have. Is an incredible fighting game that we miss. I honestly miss Killer Instinct way too much. Yes, we still have 2013's game on Game Pass. A lot of people are still playing it. We recently have Killer Instinct started trending recently again, out of some controversy and some statements from other podcasters. But I wish that Killer Instinct could come back. We're missing a fighting game inside the Xbox portfolio. It's a great IP. It's beloved of a whole bunch of people. Killer Instinct is one of those games that I wish they will come back in. And hopefully rumors are true that Namco is actually doing it. Well, at this point, anybody. I'm like, just bring the game back. I think the fans deserve to have a new Killer Instinct. I think Killer Instinct should be coming back. New engine, better graphics, keep the netcode, keep the same roster of all 3 seasons, and just improve and bring more characters to it. Killer Instinct to me has a lot of potential, and the fighting game community is actually looking forward to it. And hopefully Killer Instinct can come back. That's as much as I can say. Bring back KI. My second on the wish list, and I know a lot of people wants to see Banjo and Kazooie. I'm not against it. I actually think that Xbox is in need of a new 3D platformer, a mascot type character. It's real. If Activision Blizzard comes through, we're gonna have Toys for Bob, and Toys for Bob is actually developers for Crash Bandicoot, which is a great franchise. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not looking forward to a Banjo-Kazooie that much, right? My thing is more Conquer. I want to see a new Conker's Bad Fur Day, a new remaster or remake or reboot from the original game. I think Conker could come back. I know a lot of people are saying that Conker they don't know, or we don't know if the game could be made in this new age of, offended people on social media. I think it could be made. I think Conker could be a great video game, making a joke out of everybody. It could be a satire of the video game industry and the movie industry, everything else, what's going on with streaming and all those things. If done right, doesn't matter how vulgar you are, as long as the message is loud and clear, right? It's a satire, it's made for adults by adults. I think Conker could come back, and it could be a great, interesting 3D platformer just to make fun of everything that is going on in the video game industry and movie industry. I just love Conker so much. It's one of those games that I played in N64. I think I didn't have the age to play it, and my mind just blew up. Like, oh my god, I can't believe this is an actual video game on the Nintendo platform. But one of those games that I finished so many times on the 64. I bought it on the OG Xbox, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a letdown when we saw that little Conker on the HoloLens teaser. It was horrible when we saw that, and it hurt our souls. And then we saw on Project Spark saying that I guess we're gonna make our own video game, and that didn't sit well for a lot of fans. So Conker is one of those games that I wish it come back, and that's part of my wish list. The third game I wish it would come back, and it's a little bit crazy if Xbox even manages to get this, but I know a lot of people out there are fans of Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid and all those things, but there's another video game out there, another Konami property that I love more than those two, way more than those two. And to me, that's Castlevania. Castlevania to me is one of those action adventure games, side scroller, 3D, Metroidvania, whatever genre you will like it. I want it to come back. I think it's one of those properties like, yes, we're getting our itch scratched by most of the Souls games, and there's a lot of action adventures out there, but there's something particular and great about hunting down monsters with a whip, and I miss that so much. So if somehow Microsoft manages to get that IP, or even somehow Konami bring that game back. I mean, they've been selling these collections. I have the Classic Collection, I have the Advanced Collection, I have Symphony of the Night, I have all those Castlevania games on the Xbox right now, as much as I can though, because I know Requiem is on the PlayStation, and I played them all. I've finished most of them. I love Bloodlines on the Sega Genesis, is one of my favorite ones. I'm not much of a fan of Symphony of the Night. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I'm more of a fan of Castlevania Rondo of Blood, or the Super Nintendo version, which was Dracula X, which wasn't a great version of the game, but it's decent. Super Castlevania for the Super Nintendo is one of my favorite games. Lords of Shadow, the first one, it's so underappreciated. I know a lot of people call it a God of War clone, but I love the game as much. I played it way too much, to be honest. Lords of Shadow 2 was a little bit, out there and weird, but I think Castlevania is due for a comeback. And the resurgence of the anime on Netflix, which is a great show. I've watched all, I think there are 3 seasons. I watched them all. It's a fantastic animation. People should watch that. So I think, I know a lot of people want Silent Hill, Metal Gear. I want to see a Castlevania. Everybody wants Silent Hill and Metal Gear to be a PlayStation exclusive. Well, guess what, Microsoft? I want Castlevania. Just rent the IP at least. Make somebody to make that game, and make Castlevania an Xbox game, at least, if it's true that Silent Hill and Metal Gear are actually going exclusive to the PlayStation. So I think Castlevania should come back, must come back. I wish it come back. So that's one of my wish lists, or my crazy, it's not predictions, it's a wish list. So Castlevania, please come back. The other game that I wish I could see on Sunday is BioShock. It's due for a new BioShock. BioShock 1. Oh my god, when I saw that first trailer of the guy hunting that little girl, I'm like, what the hell? The guy's like, he's gonna hurt this little girl, and then this big daddy come out of nowhere, and it's just a crazy trailer. First CGI trailer, way 2006, not even before that, 5. It was just a crazy trailer. The video game itself is creepy. I love underwater. I love anything that has to do with water. And BioShock, man, is just great. Then you got BioShock 2 that wasn't well received like the first one, but BioShock 2 is still an amazing IP. And one of my favorite games also from the franchise is BioShock Infinite. I played so much about that game. I love that game. Everything about that game. DLCs, everything. The whole different dimensions, different worlds about that game. The story. Elizabeth, what great character she was. With Booker. Bioshock Infinite is one of my favorite games, as well as Bioshock 1. We know that Bioshock is being remade with a new team. It's not made by Ken Levine nor Irrational Games. And hopefully they do justice. But I wish we could see this in this conference, even though it's a third party, even though it's going to other platforms. Bioshock is, to me, I mean, it's such a weird generation, the PS4 and the Xbox One generation, that coming from the 360, we had 3 great Bioshock games, and in that Xbox One and PS4 generation, we didn't have one new Bioshock. That was missing, and that was just crazy. So I wish we can see Bioshock again in some way, shape, or form. Tease it, at least let us know that it exists. Bring it back. It's an IP that I miss dearly, so hopefully we can see that come back. Bioshock, bring Bioshock back. The other game that I want to see, which is a wishlist game, I want to see Lies of P. Lies of P, it's a creepy ass Souls-like game with puppets. There's something about puppets and possessed puppets and dolls that are creepy, right? With this, we saw the Summer Game Show with a whole lot of space, Dead Space clones, which they all look fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. Callisto Protocol looks fucking great, and Dead Space, of course, is making a comeback with the remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it. But it's Life of P. I'm really looking forward to that game. Hopefully it's as good as the trailer and the little gameplay that we see. I wish we can see that on Sunday. Life of P. I mean, I can't say much about it because we don't know much about it, right? All we know is it's a Pinocchio-inspired video game with Souls-like elements, and it's one of those games that I wish we can see. And hopefully, I'm not saying that everything has to come to Game Pass, but if it comes to Game Pass, it's going to be awesome. But one of those games, of course, I'm going to buy. I'm looking forward to it. So it's one of those games that I wish we see on Sunday. So that's another one. Another game that I wish to see is Replaced and The Last Night. Those are 2 indie games with pixel art style. It kind of looks like it's just both of the games that look beautiful. When we saw The Last Night, I think it was 2016, 2017. I'm not sure exactly which Xbox E3 show it was. It blew my mind. I'm like, this is a game for me. I wish I can see this game more. I want to play this game right now, but unfortunately, we haven't seen any of it. The Last Night, one of those games, and Replaced, which I'm not gonna lie, when we saw it yesterday on the Jeff Keighley Summer Show, just showing a poster of Replaced was a little bit of a disservice of that game. I think it looks fantastic. I think both of them look fantastic. That whole neon cyberpunk style pixel art, which I love so much. So Replaced and The Last Night, I wish I could see on Sunday. Of course, Xbox has a whole bunch of studios. I want to see Wolfenstein 3. I want to see whatever id Software is doing. Maybe they're doing a Quake remake. Maybe they're doing the new Doom. Maybe they're doing a totally new IP. Maybe the Coalition is doing a Star Wars game. Maybe they're doing none of it. What is Compulsion up to? What is Everwild ever gonna be? Fable. We gotta scratch Fable. We gotta scratch Perfect Dark out of the list because Jeff Grubb actually confirmed that those games are not gonna be there. Are we ever gonna see Minecraft ray tracing? Are we ever gonna? There's a new rumor RTS Minecraft game coming out. Were we ever gonna see anything from Undead Labs with State of Decay 3? If it's gonna look like the trailer or it's gonna look totally different? What is 343 is doing? I mean, well, hopefully Halo could show some glimpses or some teasers of what they're gonna do for mid-season 2, and maybe some story updates, story DLC, plans for their co-op release. Forge, which is very important for the community. I mean, we talked about Halo way too much in every podcast, every show, every clip. Twitter has been crazy about Halo, not in a good way, to be honest. So hopefully Project Tatanga maybe is there. I don't know. So 343, I don't know if it's going to be there, but maybe it's going to be there. I don't know. So my point is, all these Xbox Studio has a whole bunch of things to show. Will they show everything? I don't expect them to show everything. Will they should show everything? I think it's time to... Right now, I feel like it's impossible that Xbox can't show something. It's impossible for them to fumble the ball. Is there a chance to them not make a good show? Yes, there is. But I think the odds right now is pointing. It's all pointing to a great, fantastic showing, and hopefully Xbox can deliver. I wish they can deliver, and hopefully they can do good to their fans. And it's gonna be insane once all these studios are 100% integrated to the Xbox ecosystem and family. A lot of games are coming to Game Pass. A lot of games are going to look crazy, and hopefully this whole narrative that Xbox that has no games goes to rest. Everything else, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to play these games. If they go to Game Pass, great. If they don't go to Game Pass, it doesn't matter to me either way. I'll buy the games. And to me, like Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles is going to Game Pass. I'm gonna buy that game, and it doesn't really matter to me. Psychonauts came out, and I actually bought it. I didn't care. I wanted that game. And there's so many games that are in Game Pass that I actually buy because I think they deserve to be bought, because I want those games. I want to own those games. So Sunday, hopefully, is going to be great. These are just my wishes. That doesn't mean I don't wish for anything that Xbox has coming, because I know what they're coming. But these are like a little bit more out there, what I want to see, what I wish they come back. So, yeah, man. Crazy ideas, crazy things. Hey, I want a lot of people to have Splinter Cell back. I want Splinter Cell to be make a reboot, make a comeback, and be shown in the Xbox stage. A lot of people want Xbox to buy the NetherRealm Studios, Rocksteady, and maybe other. I think they have a lot on their hands with the Activision deal, and it really doesn't matter if they get them or not. As long as these games stays multi-plat, I'm good. Let's make one question to the Magic 8 Ball, see what happens, right? So, question I have is, will Xbox have the greatest show in their history of E3s? And the Magic 8 Ball says, as I see it, yes. Right there. As I see it, yes. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know. I can't see it. But it says, as I see it, yeah. So that's the prediction from the Magic 8 Ball. This is magic, people. No, I'm joking. So, hope you guys found this video entertaining. I don't do much videos. This is barely a YouTube channel. I am part of WBG Podcast. Go subscribe to my boy Dirt Griggity at Dirt Griggity on Twitter and on YouTube. We every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. WBG Podcast. Same as TTS Podcast on my boys channel, Sean786 at Twitter, and also on YouTube, same names. TTS, well, it switches back and forth, but mostly is on Fridays around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully you found this video maybe entertaining. It's just a wish list. I'm not looking for subscribers. It's not a thing that I'm searching for. You can find me on Twitter mostly at just type Phantom Crack and you'll find me. And because my real name is kind of hard to pronounce on everybody. So I'll see you guys on Sunday live stream. WBG Podcast is gonna do a live stream on Sunday, and our reactions are gonna be there. And Monday, WBG is having Tim Dog on the show, if I'm not mistaken. Tim Dog or Randolph or one of those two. I don't remember. Oh my god. No, I'm sorry if I'm mistaken. I think it's Randolph or I think it's Randolph. I'm not sure. So I forgot. So hopefully you guys find that entertaining. And so see you guys hopefully soon. I should start doing some things with streaming and uploading videos. So, see you guys Sunday. So later.